Welcome back to the Booty Trades Weekly Analysis. This week we'll be covering everything that's going on in the market as well as the top stocks to watch for this week. So let's start out with SPY here. We had FOMC last week, which caused a big move on the SPY market here. So we had that huge drop here after that 604 level gave up. We dropped all the way down to that 585, filling a lot of the gaps here as well as gapping down the next day to that 580 zone before launching up. So SPY here, the biggest area you need to watch here is that 585.5 level for SPY. That's going to be your bearish zone here. Anything under that, we'll be seeing a bearish drop to gap fill all the way to that 576 zone. Your bullish pivotal zone here will be that 590.5. That's anything above that, and we're probably going to see a big uh, recovery jump basically on SPY. So these are the other three levels that, or all the extra levels that I have for SPY on the upper side here. These are smaller zone here, but these three here, this 585, 590, and this 606.5, those are the three biggest levels that I have for SPY. Those are the strongest zones. So keep those in mind. For QQQ, we talked about needing a pullback as well. 530 gave up, and we basically filled up most of the gaps here on QQQ. So we saw some huge money coming in on QQQ on Friday at 510.3 area. So this area right here has some big money there. Anything under that, for sure, it's gonna go bearish, and we're gonna see a big downside. Anything above that is gonna be more neutral towards the bullish side. If we're looking for more upside here on SPY, I need to see that 517 area hold. Anything above this 517, 518 area here, we're gonna see a lot more upside. But after big drops like these, don't expect a move V-shaped recovery right away. Play the 4 hours, play the hourly chart, make sure that everything lines up before you make your trades, because there will be a lot of chops. I might be going cash still. I've been holding cash for the last couple days since the drop, and I want to see, where this market's going, where the market sentiment gonna be for this upcoming week, leading into the new year. So we're gonna have a short week this week with Christmas on Wednesday. So Merry Christmas to everybody and happy holidays as well. So be careful on your trades for this week here. So let's start out with the first stock I'm looking at here, which is Nvidia. Nvidia here had a big drop down here. We saw some buyers, a lot of actually buyers, coming in that 528 area here. On Nvidia, and we're getting that move up. So one of the big zone that I will be looking for Nvidia is that 136 area. That 136 is my pivotal zone. If we break above that and the 4 hour and the hourly, all of that line up, we're going bullish. If we retest that and get rejected and the 4 hours and hourly is showing that we're going bearish still, then that's when we start playing the downside. So it is looking like we're retesting it after hour. 4 hour is looking like it's gonna be overextended here, leading into Monday market. So watch out for that 136. Anything lower than 136 here, we'll probably see more downside, but it is getting overextended. We're getting the EMAs crossing down to the downside here, and we're getting that retest. So 136 retest is needed for Nvidia. We'll see what happened here next week, but this is gonna be one that's gonna be on top of my watch list. Second one's DraftKings. DraftKings had a big breakout a long time ago here, and we basically made the run up, and now we sold off. Basically, it's got more like a pullback. It is kind of a bit risky with this big gap down here as well on DraftKings, but the stochastics looking to turn up. EMA starting to come back together here. We need to make sure the 4 hour is holding. But I will be watching DraftKings, and this 139 area is super strong. We saw crazy buyers coming in here. So if 139 gives up, we're looking at that bearish drop all the way down to 136 area to finish filling that gap. If 39 holds, we probably can see a little bit of consolidation here, maybe another day or two before we get that move back to that 43 and the start of a big move basically. I mean, this is a huge breakout here. If you guys are into patterns and all of that, you can see a huge this huge what is it called here, head and shoulder, or inverse head and shoulder here, pulling up here on DraftKings. We got the left shoulder here, the head and then the right shoulder here, making that full head, inverse head and shoulder for the big move, and we're getting that pullback to liquidate. So watch that 39 area. I love DraftKings where is that. I do want to see this thing consolidate for a couple more days. Next one is gonna be Zoom here. Zoom was in our last video as well, so we want to see this thing continue to hold this area. I do love how it's been holding and actually liquidated um some bears here on that drop under that 82.6 area. So these are the three major zones here: 82.6, 84, and then 87. So anything above this 84 is bullish, anything under 82.6 is bearish, anything in between choppy. First price target is going to be 87.3. So I want to see this thing. This is just a huge bull flag and it's ready to go. Next one is gonna be LUV here, Southwest Airline here. We have a bullish flag breakout, huge run. Now we're pulling back, retest the same area here. So I'll be watching for 33.28. That's gonna be my first bullish zone here. If we hold above that, anything under that 32.11 is gonna be bearish, and the first price target is 34.15. TSM, this was also one that was on the watch list. Straight consolidation. I love this. It's getting that reset on the hour. I mean the daily chart here. Sideways action is what I like. It's holding that 192 area, and then now we're looking at that 197. I want to see 197 hold next week. 197 hold. We can see that move to that 205 pretty easily here, above this 197. I want to see this thing push all the way to 212 as well as 217, 222. Those are the major zones and PTs for this big move, but the move have not started until we start seeing a little bit more consolidation, maybe a couple more days before this thing get really going. So we have two chip stocks or two semiconductors in this watch list. So definitely keep an eye on that sector. With something is brewing up there. We're seeing big money go into these, even though the stock's been going sideways and all of that. So Merry Christmas again and happy holiday.